Hi beauties, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tiara Anthony, and if you're new here, welcome. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope you guys like this video. So first off, I'm starting off with this Colourpop all-star primer, and then I'm going to use the Fourth Ray Beauty spritzer spray, which has cucumber water in there and coconut water and all types of good stuff for your face. This helps moisturize your face as well as it helps move around product. So I'm starting off with the concealer, the Fenty Beauty concealer in 420, and I'm using this because I noticed that she has some pigmentation, some hyperpigmentation. Using concealer before the foundation helps for you to hide any hyperpigmentation on your skin, like she does have. It also makes you have a flawless finish in the end. That way, you know, there's nothing peeking through your foundation, whether it's transparent or very opaque. So it really helps out to apply concealer if you have this type of issue with your skin. Now I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty setting powder in the shade Nutmeg, and it's a dark brown. I don't want to say a dark brown, but it is a nice brown chocolate color for her skin that is just, you know, set at her face with before applying this Fenty Beauty foundation that I'm using in the color 430. So I'm using 430 because this is what she required. It doesn't look like a bad match at all, but I would have went with the Togo Juvia's Place foundation for her skin. I felt like that would have been her best match, but I'm not gonna do whatever, you know, she didn't want me to do. So I just went in with 430. It actually went really nice for her skin. Right now I'm starting in her crease with the darkest shade. Actually, sorry, it's the brightest shade. It's the shade on the far right, the top right, and I'm just getting in her crease with that, and then blending that upward towards her brow bone. Now I'm going in with that shade right there that you just saw me blend in with, and I'm just adding that into her crease as well, and just blending that with the other color, because I feel like that goes really nice with her skin tone. Now I'm using the darkest shade to go deep into her crease, just to define her crease, because you want to use the darkest shade if you're doing a cut crease, like very last, and you want to make sure it's very defined into your crease, and then you want to also make sure it's winged out towards the outer part of your eyelid, so that way it blends well when you actually do your cut crease, because you don't want to cut it all the way across. You just want to cut it like halfway or almost halfway. Okay, so I already done her cut crease, and now I'm applying this shimmer shade to her eye. I don't think this shimmer shade is showing up very well on her skin, so I began to start using the shimmer shade right below it, and I just applied that on there because it looks way better. It shows up better, and it's more shimmer. And you just, when you're doing your cut crease, you really want whatever's on that cut crease to actually, you know, show, like on your lid or whatever. You want it to pop. You want it to be very different from what you have in your actual crease, but not too different. Now I'm using this gold eyeshadow. It's a jelly eyeshadow from Colourpop in the shade Foxes. And I'm just, in order to define her crease better, I'm just going to go in with this around the cut crease where it meets from the shimmer shade, and where the darkest shade meets, like right there in the very middle, to just also define the cut crease a little better and also to give it that extra sparkle. Now I'm concealing with the Fenty Beauty concealer in the shade 420. You always want to go in with a shade lighter than your foundation when you're trying to highlight certain points of your face. So with highlighting, I go underneath the eye with little small strokes around her eye. And then I blend it in with a beauty blender. And then it's not really a beauty blender, it's actually the Beauty Bakerie sponge. And then I also use the concealer in her T-zone area, and going straight down to her nose and underneath her, or where her chin is. And also I like to get the mustache area on females. That way it's like to help you cover up whatever you have there. Even if you don't have anything there, it helps your face look more blended and really good, like in as far as definition goes. Now I'm going in with the Black Radiance contour palette. This is a really great palette for contouring, especially on brown skin girls. They have some really good shades for us on here that will help our foundation and everything blend well and look really contoured and defined. So I use this small brush to cut out her nose. It's not really cutting out her nose, but to contour her nose. I use this really small brush to get in there, and then I just blend it in and blend it upwards toward her eye all the way down to the tip of her nose. See how that looks? To help her contour out, I like going in with Coco Naughty to help blend everything in with this. And it also bronzes her face a little bit, giving her that sun-kissed glow. I start baking her face with the Flower Setting Powder in the shade Yellow by Beauty Bakerie. And this is really, really good stuff, guys. If you don't have it, please get it. And that concludes my video with my wonderful sis. And I hope to see you guys soon. Bye bye.